you want to take your iPhone and do something special with it? Well, let me get this right. I'll hold it this way. Today we're reviewing the Neewer lens that is the 3x teleconverter. It's brand new from Neewer, and we brought it out here to the beautiful Stan Hewitt Hall and Gardens so that we have a chance to see how this lens performs in sort of a really beautiful setting. Now, if you're not familiar with Stan Hewitt Hall, you should totally check it out, especially if you're anywhere in Northeast Ohio. It's sort of like Akron's version of the Biltmore, and really a cool place to visit. So we're just going to tour the gardens today because they're beautiful and look for stuff that we can show off how this lens works.
Let's get scratching.
So this review today is in partnership with Neewer products. I just wanted to be completely transparent because, yes, I'm going to give you an honest, unbiased review, but I want you to know that I did get these products sent to me at no charge. Take from that what you may. I just wanted to be as transparent as possible. I was sent these products, but I'm going to give you this review, and Neewer has not told me what I should or shouldn't say. So I just wanted to be clear. All right, let's get back into the video. So what's the product we're talking about today? It's the Neewer LS89. Doesn't mean anything as related to what it is. That's just its naming convention if you look for it on Amazon. And I'll just put up a picture of it right here from the Amazon page and where you can get it. And in fact, there'll be a link in my description too where you can pick one of these up. I'm not getting any affiliate kickback on that. I'm just letting it make it easier for you to find if this is something you're interested in. This product is really interesting because of what it is it's designed for your 3x lens on your iPhone. Or I guess it would work on, it's designed for the telephoto lens on your iPhone. Let's put it that way. This is a teleconverter, but it's a 3x teleconverter. So on my iPhone 15, that's a 3x lens. So now we're looking at, really, it's 3x times 3x, so a 9x zoom, and it's a powerful zoom. I'm going to get into that for a second, but first let's talk about the build quality. This little lens has some real weight to it. It feels as high quality as the lenses that I've gotten from Moment in the past, and I do like using Moment lenses as well, but this thing is built with some heft to it, and it comes in this really nice little zipper case. It's got the form-fitted thing, and I'll say a lot of the things that I've been getting from Neewer lately seem to come with these really nice, well thought out cases. I've gotten a number of their little cob lights, and they all come with the case, and everything fits inside the case, and then it's just something you can chuck in the car. Same with this. It's something nice you can just drop in your bag that you're carrying with you for the day, and then you have this handy if you want to use the 3x teleconverter. Now, one thing that's interesting is it has an actual threaded screw-on lens cap, which is nice and very substantial. I'm just lazy and rather it was just a little click-on plastic one, but this is really well made. So it's hard to hate on something that's well made, even though I'm whining about it. It's not really a problem. In the case, you get a little lens cloth. It comes with a little end cap for the element here so you can protect it. Really, really a nice little setup. So that's the physical things. Now, the other thing that's important to know about this is that you really can't use this lens on your camera as it sits. You need to have one of these newer 17 millimeter cages, and I'll get to 17 millimeters inside here. So it's like, oh, I don't know that I want that, but I'll tell you what, if you're going to be doing iPhone filmmaking anyway, this is a really well-made cage. It very much reminds me of the quality of a small rig. It's designed specifically to work with this lens and or other filters. So you could add an ND filter or whatever to your phone, just a traditional camera filter using this cage. It's very substantial. It has cold shoe mounts in 4 locations around the exterior. It has 1/4-20 mounts on all 4 sides. It's very easy to adjust and get it just right for your phone, and it locks it in. And that you'll want, because when you're using a lens like this, you want this all to be locked in and focused right on your lens. So I wanted to be clear with that. Oh, the other thing, if you order one of these, don't be dumb like I was. I thought I was struggling with it when I first got it, and I was trying to thread this into this, just because I didn't pay attention to what's going on. This is not for this. So what you have to do if you buy this setup is this is actually unscrews, and this is the 17mm thread in here. And then when you attach it, you're good to go. But yeah, don't be like Todd. You know, pay attention to where the threads are and how this gets put together. So that's this case, or this cage. If you're doing iPhone filmmaking, I can't recommend that enough. So I would definitely look into this cage. It's called the, again, PA058. Not really sure how that relates to what this is, but that's the number. And I'll put the link in the description as well as show you a picture of it here on the screen. So you need these 2 pieces to be able to use this. Now I will tell you this, and you guys probably know this if you've ever used external lenses for your iPhone. The native camera app is kind of annoying when you're trying to use third-party lenses. It fights it every time for me. And maybe you guys can tell me, is there a setting I'm missing somewhere in settings for the iPhone? But when you put on an external lens, what ends up happening is the iPhone native camera app goes, nope, there's something blocking it, and just defaults to another lens, and it drives me crazy. So understand that will be an issue. However, all the third-party camera apps that I have no problem with it. I don't know what's wrong with the iPhone native app, that it can't understand that this is just a lens I'm adding. So I used, for this, I tested it in Blackmagic, of course, because I've used the Blackmagic camera app with my Moment lenses, no problem. For the shooting purposes of this, I used the Moment app, just because it was a simpler setup for me. I don't have a preference. They both work well. The Blackmagic app, in my experience, really allows for a lot more professional settings, but maybe I just haven't played around the Moment app enough. So I use the Moment app to shoot the footage that you've seen in this video so far, and it worked fantastic. Turn it on, tell it the 3x lens or the 5x if you have the newer ones, and this should work without any issue for you. Another thing, and this shouldn't be of any surprise to you guys, but I tried it first. I feel like a tripod is a must for this setup to get the optimum results. If you've ever used any kind of long telephoto lens, you know that handshake gets amplified exponentially out the end of that lens. So you really need to mount this on a tripod, and that's what I did for these test shots. None of this was handheld. This was all on a tripod, and it works great. I just, don't expect to use this handheld. This is for someone who's doing some serious. If you're really into what you're creating, you're definitely got to bring a tripod along. The next problem was really a good problem to have. So for the shots I wanted to show to you guys in this, the zoom was too good. The reach was it was bringing things in so close that I had to keep backing up to create the composition of the close-up shot I wanted, so that you could then see how far it was reaching. In this shot here, I wanted to get this sort of Japanese sculpture from the gardens here in the shot, and I had to keep backing. I must have backed up another 10 feet beyond where I thought I should be to get that composition. But then when I take the lens off, look how far back I am from this thing and how much more your normal 3x lens is seeing. So it is a very good zoom. Like, it does a very good job. Another case where I was running into that same issue was, if you look at I was looking at this little waterfall, which is back in the Japanese gardens again, and I was like, I need to find something that's at least interesting to look at, because it zoomed in so tight. I had to go like, oh, there's a spot I can use. And so I had this little close-up of where the waterfall kind of terminates. But then in this shot, you see how far away I am on a 3x lens to to get that composition. So again, very effective in its telephoto features. I want you to take a look at this one. Now, first we're looking at the wide shot, and we see all the stuff we have in the garden here. And then I punch in with this 3x lens and look at the detail even in the shadow side of this sculpture. I thought this is really showcasing it well. The detail looks really nice. When I first looked at this image, I thought, wow, I really like how you can see stuff that's happening, because on that side of the sculpture too, there's a little bit of like it's like mossy on the face, that black. That's not just shadow, and yet it still did a really nice job, I think, in this area. And what a cool way to get like a detail shot. If you're somewhere and you don't want to be too invasive and you just want to kind of get some shots that aren't, right up on something, really nice way to get that look. That leads me into one other issue, and that is this is it doesn't claim to be, I just was testing it. Doesn't really work in a macro function. There was I think I had to be, the minimum I could measure with my feet by pacing it off was about 12 feet was my minimum focal distance on this, I believe, which it may even say in here, but I don't think so. So bear that in mind. You won't be using this as a macro lens, but you can use it to draw things closer to you. I was hoping to capture like a bee on a flower, but by the time I got it set up, the bee flew away, so I missed that shot altogether. But, you can do some neat stuff. Okay, on this shot, I think this is interesting, and it really shows the zoom capability and the clarity. I didn't even plan this. So if you look at the wide shot here, if you look down in the corner, there's like a little sign alongside the trail, a little tiny sign. Now, when I put on this 3x lens, boom, you can actually read the text on that sign. I don't even know how far away it was. It was a distance. And like you could see in the previous shot, it was just a little white box. But with this, it brought it so close, and it's kind of in the corner, and you can still read the text on the screen. So I think it's doing an excellent job. And it wasn't even something I was planning on. It was just a happy accident.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
My final thoughts on this newer Lens Pro LS89. If you're an iPhone shooter and are looking to get a little bit more telephoto reach out of your phone, I think this is a really good purchase. This is $99. Not going to break the bank. Like I mentioned, you do need to buy the cage, which is another $80. But the cage has so many more uses. Like once you have this cage, you can rig this out and have extra batteries on here, or wireless mics, or you can have so many other things with this cage once you have the cage. So this is not really it's not bad that you have to buy it because you're going to use it. But if you already have it, this $99 is a bonus. These get a recommendation for me. For all of us crazy mobile phone filmmakers, this combo adds a lot to it. And I believe there's actually another lens they've released along with this one. I just wanted to see the 3X. I'm a big fan of telephoto lenses, so I wanted to see what this one could do. And this is the only one they sent me. Hey, Neewer, if you want to send me the other one, I already have the cage now. We could try out the other one too. Tell me what you think, in the comments below. Is this something that you're interested in? Do you have more questions about it, or how I might use it, or other questions about what I could test for you guys so you could check it out? Let me know your thoughts. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and watch the video in the corner. This corner. Watch the video in the corner here, because like I say always, if you've watched it this far, you might like this video as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.